I call to order this meeting of the Douglas Cable Advisory Committee. It's January 14th, 2019. There is still one opening on the committee. Email cable@douglasma.org or call 508-476-4000, extension 222 if you're interested. All right.
Could I just ask a question? Is that Douglas.org address going to stay, or is they going to?
As far as I know, I think the emails will stay as is. I haven't heard anything about new emails, so, but, yeah.
All right. We're gonna skip over expenditures to the next meeting as those figures have not been reported from the town finance yet. All right, to meeting minutes. Give everybody a minute to read the minutes.
I'd make a motion to approve as written, the minutes of Monday, December 10th, 2018.
There a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously. All right. So, and that was the minutes for just the December 10th, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Correspondence. All right, get a couple letters from Charter. Dear municipal official, Charter Communications, locally known as Spectrum, is making its customers aware that effective by January 31st, 2019, NBA League Pass will launch in HD. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Charter Spectrum. And received on January 2nd from Charter Communications, upcoming changes. Dear municipal official, Charter Communications, locally known as Spectrum, has been in discussions with Tribune Broadcasting, the owner of WGN America, and multiple local broadcast ABC, CBS, Fox, CW, and digital multicast stations across various markets to renew our carriage agreement. At 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, January 2nd, Spectrum's agreement to carry Tribune's channel expired. As a result, the channels listed below and all associated video-on-demand content are no longer available to Spectrum customers. And that would be WGN America. Tribune asked for a dramatic increase in fees of 200%, which we believe is completely unjustified. We regret the impact of Tribune's decision, and we remain optimistic that this matter will be resolved quickly so our customers can again receive Tribune programming. For more information, please visit www.tribunefairdeal.com. If you have any questions, you can once again reach out to Charter.
Was that even a channel option?
WGN, I'm not sure.
Is that the Cubbies?
Flyers.
It was once upon a time, I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the annual town report, which is actually, Tom, you could probably explain better than I. It's an annual town report that the Cable Advisory Committee.
Yes, well, every year the town publishes the annual report for the town of Douglas, and each department is tasked with reporting its activities over the past year, and so we write up a little information about what we have done over the past year. So I think that's what we've done here.
And I understand you and Pat have gone through this a couple times. This is the second draft, and it looks good to me. And I guess looking for a.
Yeah, just I think basically we discussed the equipment purchases and the upgrades in the equipment and what we did with the old equipment, which was to unfortunately reinstall a lot of it at the school department so they could upgrade their equipment, which is ancient. And the good news is that we recorded 204 meetings, government meetings in the town last year, which are broadcast on the cable channel as well as they're all available online. And speaking of the online thing, got over 9,200 views on YouTube. So people are checking out the work that we're doing. So that's a good thing. And we continue to do the other channel, the public channel. We've done some senior center events and the Oktoberfest. So thank you for watching over all that, Matt.
No problem.
All right. So, do we need to vote on this, or are we just gonna submit it as?
You want to vote on that? I'll move that we approve the Douglas Cable Accuracy Report, second draft dated 1/4/19, as presented this evening.
Or a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
And I'll submit it to the town administrator, their office, and then they insert it into the
Right.
town report.
And if anybody's interested, that it will be available online if you want to read it. And how will people be able to access that?
So once we approve this, the minutes for this meeting, all the materials from this packet that are on the slideshow will be available through a link on the actual meeting minutes page that the town operates, available off the website.
Very good. Thank you. All right. Where are we now? We are job description updates.
And so the town administrator said that the way he'd want to go is to update all the job descriptions and then do the job reviews after we have those updated descriptions. We'll do the job reviews based on those descriptions on the updated ones.
Okay.
Because it's been a couple years since we've looked at these, so.
I think the only question I had on the cable access coordinator is on the hiring side of things, whether we as the cable committee should be involved in the final process of that, of onboarding people.
I agree.
So that's like right at the top, right?
Right at the top, it's the second bullet point,
Including hiring and
supervise.
training. So just remove hiring from that clause?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably best if you told us of any needs you have, and then we can go from there.
Vet it out
We'll still
through
make you do all the work.
Okay. Okay.
And with that change, I would move to accept the cable access coordinator job description as presented with that change.
Here a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Passes unanimously. All right. And when you're ready, Pat, the coordinator report.
Did you guys look at the recording assistant description?
Yes,
Okay.
I have some questions with that, of course.
Okay.
The,
I'm sorry, I thought we had voted on both at the same time, so.
No, I haven't looked at the recording assistant.
Okay.
We haven't looked at that as a committee. When it says the record and broadcast one or more meetings within a single shift, what's the definition of a single shift?
So, where's that one?
That is,
So I just wanted to clarify that language, because it says record and/or broadcast one or more meetings. That's all it said before. And I believe the intent there was that, so if there was a night that there were 2 meetings happening,
Right.
and, you know, maybe one of the recording assistants that was scheduled for the other room called in sick or something like that, it would be able, the person running this meeting would be able to start that meeting as well and run essentially 2 meetings within one shift.
okay.
Which does happen occasionally. I try not to do that to people, but it has happened occasionally. And I think that the idea there is just that they're getting paid for that amount of time, kind of regardless of
Right.
what
right.
they're doing. But I just added that to clarify that. I didn't think that language made sense by itself, and I'm pretty sure that was the intent behind it, but.
Well, should it be just record or broadcast one or more meetings as assigned, or just a single shift? The shift doesn't have a good definition.
Yeah, I guess that's just the way I'm interpreting it there.
Okay.
And I guess I added the within a single shift just to make it clear that it's not just record and or broadcast one or more meetings in general, like
Right,
within a
okay,
week.
okay.
It would be like, you know, I guess that they're open to be able, I guess that they'd be open to know that they might possibly do 2
Okay.
meetings in one shift
Okay.
without saying, you know, do I get paid for 2 meetings then?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And this was one that I actually discussed a little bit with the town finance director, just because I was trying to figure out how to word that a little bit, but
Okay.
we can definitely come up with a different, if you don't think that language is good, then,
We can go with that for now, I guess. And then on the next line, begin the preparation of the recording for broadcast. Is there a definition for what beginning the preparation is?
I guess I would probably say, and I don't know if that was, because I know when you guys first hired recording assistants, I think you had a lot more in mind, like as far as starting the process of transcoding the files for broadcast. But I think I took that as preparing for live broadcast. So like if they do a board of selectmen, then they'd have to set the thing up to set the server up in order to go live, which kind of, I do that anyway. So I do that automatically with the new server. So, but on the old server, you'd have to like switch to the live broadcast and everything manually.
Okay, just it sounds like what the preparation is for is after you've recorded, you get it ready for.
Right, yeah, start transcoding, which they don't do. So,
Right.
I mean, we could even wipe that line off there.
Or begin the preparation for live broadcast.
Live broadcast, yeah.
Yeah.
In which case, I usually do automate it anyway, but, so most people, so on a Board of Selectmen, I have it go live directly at 7 PM, because they start pretty on the mark, no matter what happens.
Right.
But even if they don't, we have a way to keep everything off live, so that we're not broadcasting people chatting or whatever. But with the new server, it's I can actually schedule, you know, like I have scheduled for tomorrow night at 7 PM, it's gonna switch live to this room automatically. So our people back there aren't gonna have to do numerous things, they just record like normal. They do have to go in manually and shut it down afterward, but that's, you know, that's not as time sensitive.
Right.
But it could possibly be up to them if you weren't available.
Yeah, or if the live didn't kick over for some reason, I guess that would have to be up to them. In which case, they'd have to go in and manually switch it to live. So maybe it would make sense to add live there.
Yeah. And then the other question I have about the recording assistants, are they all to be at the same skill level? Is everybody going to be able to do whatever other recording assistant can do? I know that in the past you said that some people just didn't learn all the things that, and so they couldn't be used in some functions.
I guess there is a little bit of dynamic there where I have some folks who aren't as comfortable doing maybe the live stuff, but they also, their schedule really, they only need like 1 or 2 meetings a month, so I stick them with
Okay.
the other room. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
it kind of works itself out, but I see what you're saying.
Right.
Probably not to any degree that it would make
Okay.
a differential. I mean, I could just train them on, just make them do the live, you know, until they know it, you know.
Okay. And then my last thing is the suggestion to add in that they submit their timesheets in a timely manner,
You mean they're,
their time. The thing that you have to sign off on and fill in. Just, I don't know if you have to chase people for that, but,
not generally, but it probably wouldn't hurt to add it in,
yeah.
you know? And I did add in, that essential duties under, so essential duties, I was told that essential is an essential word in that phrase,
Right.
essential duties and
Yep.
responsibilities. At the second bullet, provide a minimum of 1 week's advance notice availability for the following week for scheduling purposes. That's just like the absolute minimum that I need from people that want to do this job. They need to at least give me a week's advance notice of what they need, you know?
Yep.
So I just wanted to add that in. I think it's a pretty important one for, you know, how the program's developed. That's like,
How early can they check on their next week's schedule?
well, I mean, if usually I'm doing the scheduling the Thursday before the next week. So this week I'll do, on Thursday, I'll send out emails to everyone about what they're going to do that following week.
Okay.
I would like it to be a lot more in advance, but the schedule does kind of change sometimes. So I sort of like to wait until
Yeah,
everything's
so
kind of
that you don't
settled
have
out.
to say, no, you're not going to do that, you're going to do this instead.
Yeah, it's when it goes smoothly, it's a beautiful system. But if something changes, then sometimes it can be all up in the air, you know. So I like to try and wait. And Friday's a little too late for me, and they're closed here half the day. So a lot of times it doesn't change on Friday. So by Thursday, it's usually pretty solid on what's going to happen that next week. But you know, committees do cancel the last minute even that day, so it's tough. But you know, I try to. The way I work it is they can give me a year's advance notice on what they have available if they want. You know what I mean? If they know, some folks just say I can be there anytime, just let me know. Some folks have very strict scheduling, so it's,
I understand.
you know, yeah, it's working with their.
part-time job.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just working with,
It's a part-time job.
right. And whatever they can do, I can do. So if someone can only do Wednesdays, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
You know,
As long
because
as
I
you
can
know.
use them for Wednesdays,
Yeah.
you know?
Okay, now that's great.
Yeah, I mean, if someone is only available on Fridays, we might have a problem because there's nothing on Fridays, you know? They just won't
Right.
work, but.
Okay.
And then there was just some physical stuff added that apparently some of that stuff needs to be added in,
Right.
like the ability
So
to sit and.
To get around liabilities.
Correct, yeah. So I was told to add some language of the physicality of the jobs.
Okay. Wonderful.
But you want me to make those changes and come back with them?
I'd just make the changes and
Yeah.
we'll approve I'll move to approve the cable recording assistant job description with the changes discussed.
Here a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
So I think I will get those finalized and submit them to the town administrator's office, I believe is the next step.
Okay.
And then he may have some changes depending on what he
Okay, I'll
sees.
have
but-
changes, send them back.
Yeah.
Let us know.
All right, now
Coordinator
we're ready
report.
for coordinator report.
All right, so I have the meetings covered for December, which is always a very light month. You see a lot of them canceled, a lot of them. We only had one cancellation that we paid for, and I have been in discussion with the town clerk about trying to discuss with that particular committee, you know, just about figuring out. I think they're having trouble figuring out their schedule for their meetings, so, you know, hopefully it'll be ironed
One
out
on
soon. but-
Thursday or one on Monday, that seems unusual.
Yeah, so I think that they might be calling it as they go, but,
Yeah, okay.
you know, it's
Do
only
you
one.
get a heads up from the clerk when people change?
In general, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But sometimes if it's an auto post and nobody catches it, it'll look like they're meeting on Thursday, but no one's planning on it, and no one's contacted the clerk to let her know that they're not doing it. So for all, you know, she
Yeah.
thinks they're gonna meet, you know, so
Okay,
it can be tricky, but it's not that big of a problem for us. It was just one that we paid for last month, so.
okay, great, thank you.
And then, so I was going to show you guys some stuff up on this screen. I updated the cable website on the new, where's my mouse? we go. So this is the landing page for the cable committee. Kind of has all the basic info, mission statement, the members, when we meet.
That old guy with the white hair.
And it also has our playlist, so folks can find all the cable committee meetings that are on YouTube right here on our playlist. And just to let other committees know, we can do that for your page as well. Just let me know. I got our Twitter feed here, which actually on the YouTube views, a lot of the folks do go through Twitter, which surprised me because I feel like Facebook sends them, but so I want to show you that. And then on the online videos, so folks want to see anything that we post. Come on. There we go. So I put this graphic link there just to let it, just to make it easy. So you just click right on that graphic link. There's also, this is our old meeting archive. This was from the old website. We do pay for this every year. It basically houses everything from 2006 to 2017. It's nice because you can download from this, but I have figured out a replacement, and I'm starting to push stuff over to the new archive, and then we'll get rid of this one and we won't have to pay anything.
What do we pay?
It's $120 a year, so it's not an exorbitant fee, but in the way that we have to pay, we have to do it annually, because through municipalities we can't like pay 10 years in ahead. So we're paying every year, and the way that we pay can kind of be muddled a little bit as far as time goes, and they're very time sensitive. They're always sending me like emergency notices about you're going to lose everything, and I don't know if it's a scare tactic, but so I was like, you know what, I'd prefer to get right off of that service eventually. Well, we did add a meeting request. I don't know why nothing's. There we go. So we have a meeting request form. So if any folks in the public would like some sort of DVD or just a digital file emailed to them of any of the meeting videos that they need, if a resident wants a ZBA meeting or something, they can go through here now, and they can officially request that through the website, which we didn't have on the old site. So that's on the online video page, and then.
So can you download from the new?
Well, you can't download from the YouTube site, but from the new archive site you can, which I'll link up. I'll link that up so it'll be easier when I have those all complete. And then the other notice, just move the bulletin board. So now this is essentially the cable bulletin board that you see on TV. Now we have a page here that's going to show everything that we have on there. Now, essentially, I'm running two bulletin boards because they don't. The tightrope. The only disappointment in the tightrope system is that they dropped the ability to push our bulletin board from the TV to the website, which I don't know why on earth they would do that. But so it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's a couple steps, but I figured enough residents were requesting to see this, and people were asking me all the time if we could do it, and I said, we can. It's just a couple steps,
So you just have to put a copy of it.
Yeah, I upload it when I get a new slide. I'll upload it to the server, and then I'll just go in and upload it to this. And the nice thing is that on the server and on this, they have automatic like takedown dates, so I can tag anything I put up with the takedown date. So I just upload it, and that's it. I don't have to go in and mitigate which ones are old. Yeah, it's something our old server didn't allow. So. That's nice. So once I have it uploaded, I don't have to worry about it, as long as I put the correct date in. And really that's it. I mean, I'll show you guys, we have subscriber information. These are all the PDFs we get, all those charter letters and whatnot, which I am going to put expirations on. I just have to figure out how to do that from the new document center, because you can let these expire too. So like these, Like the 17s will expire because I'm sure no one cares anymore what happened on a channel change in 2017. But and then we have our license page, which has PDF download of our current license, and I believe our old license too.
It is.
Yeah, so they can see a couple
I noticed
versions.
that because I was looking, I was frantically looking last week. And I said, these dates are all wrong.
Yeah, did you click on the
Numbers
wrong
are
one?
all wrong.
Our policy page, which is all broken out, which is nice. So folks can look at whatever policies they like. Public event submissions is up. So this is basically if someone has, if there's an open mic night somewhere and someone wants us to cover it, they can submit it through this and they'll send me a nice form with, basically a request for coverage. So if folks think it's appropriate, something for cable.
How do you submit for the bulletin board?
Yep, that's on there too. Let's see. So on the bulletin board, there's a little link right here. Click to submit in the bulletin board, and then there's a form here, and you can upload images if you want me to use certain images, or if they just have a prepared slide.
Okay.
Message, ending date. I made the ending date. That's something I need to ask for because a lot of folks will send stuff with no ending date.
Yes.
So that if there's any slides that have been up there for like a decade, that's the problem, is that no one told me when to end it. That's basically the new site.
Looks great.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
just wanted to update you guys on that because it's, we officially moved over, so they didn't want us showing the new stuff before the switch over. Yeah, so everyone should be able to get anything they need from the site, which is sort of how it was designed.
So every town department has basically been given a template, and you took that template and ran with it, or?
Well, sort of. It all looks like this, but the way that we lay it out, we have total control over. So these are all little modules that we put up. So and a lot of these were copied over. Just I just copy and paste from the old site, the mission statement and whatnot. But yeah, sort of because all of the fonts that are used and everything are ADA compliant, so that people with there's a lot of new stuff that's really nice. I mean, they're essentially trying to make it's like a virtual town hall,
Yeah.
So I was trying to be as detailed as possible with our stuff, just to.
Yeah, it looks great. It's nice and clean, but all the information's there, but it's still clean and easy to find.
Yeah, and it's great because it's also, this. So this probably won't matter to many people.
Older
Most sites
version.
are, yeah, most sites are like this now, but the old one wasn't. But so it's what do you call that? Responsive design, which is cool.
Cool. Very nice.
Yeah. And I think I have one more little thing. Oktoberfest videos have all been uploaded. We got 13 entertainment videos out of that. Those are all, full length too, so mostly bands. But there was a few cool things they did this year with those giant puppets. I don't know if you guys saw those, larger than life. They were like giant puppets with dancers underneath them and stuff. They went down Main Street. Got a little bit of that. And then, so what I was telling you guys about the archive project, they're being uploaded. I've already started off hours here and there. I've got all of 2006. This is the Internet Archive here. And this automatically archives from our YouTube. So whenever I upload to YouTube, it automatically sends it here as well. And on this page, you can download these files. So, and you can search, all the different years. It's like I have our 2006 and most of 2007 already up. But it does take a little while because I have to go in and upload every single one. But if I do it off hours when no one's in the town hall, it's usually pretty quick. It's only like a minute upload or whatever.
That's right. We're still waiting for
Yeah.
that.
But so and it's eventually everything we have will be on this site here, which is a
Okay, yeah.
multinational server set up and supposed to.
Who owns it?
It's You mean who owns the actual content?
No, who owns the
Oh, who owns
server?
the site and the server setup? So this was set up for us by, what is the gentleman's name? John Hauser. He works in a West Coast community media center. I don't believe he owns it though. I think it's just it's a multi.
One that does all the government meetings
Yeah,
everywhere? Okay.
yeah. So this is collecting from. There's so many that are going to this archive, and it's supposed to like withstand the apocalypse. You know, like the way they set it up, so aliens can come and watch our meetings.
Cable
from
meetings.
Douglas.
10,000 years from now.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Exactly. But so this will.
So that's definitely worth saving $119 for, so we'll be immortal.
Exactly. Exactly. And then, yeah, so we won't have that bill, we won't have that other page, and then when everything's up here, I can just send a link there, and
Yep.
it'll be, YouTube is the freshest stuff, and this is all the archives
Yep.
that you can download. And they can download like any version too. I believe there's like, so it depends on what they're looking for. They can download H.264, all these different versions of this file, which is pretty cool. And a lot of community media centers are moving over to this archiving as well. A lot of them just use it even instead of YouTube, they just use that as their site. But I feel like YouTube's a nice, ubiquitous one that everyone knows how to share. And
Why does this company provide this service?
it's community media nerds, I guess, that wanted to consolidate and make something that was gonna. I mean, they don't do it just for the community media. It's also for like, they have all kinds of movies and stuff, and just a ton of. I can for next meeting I can actually have, get some more information on the hows and the where it came from and everything for you guys. But yeah, I mean, I just happened to meet. It was actually at a one of the networking things that I went to a couple of years ago, and he was talking to me about it, and I was like, that sounds amazing, and he just sent me an email and said, this is how we did set it up. So, but back then we weren't actively looking, so it's been kind of timely that we got it all set up, and I think it'll work better for us than
Yeah.
the other one works nicely the same way, but it's we're paying for it, and then all the finicky stuff with the bill, it's
Yeah,
just
it seems like, yeah.
It's a pain,
Yeah, because I know that using the municipal system and trying to do stuff like that can be painful.
Yeah, if they're not patient with you, then
Yeah.
and with the Internet Archive, it's all free, so
Yeah.
we're not going to even get a bill for that.
Right. So,
Yeah.
good stuff.
So that's all I have for you guys.
Okay. I see you have some suggested items for the next meeting.
I do, and I did put into the resource room breakdown, the price breakdown, just so you guys can take a look at it. I think I sent it out to you guys. We don't have any movement on that yet.
Right.
But yeah, for the next
Sort of-
meeting,
Sort of up to the administrator and selectmen to approve their part of the funding.
yeah, the town administrator is looking over the numbers now and kind of figuring out where he wants to go with it.
Okay. So,
Would it be helpful to ask him where they're at? Kind of nudge him a little bit to hopefully maybe have
I
it up.
suggest that we might want to have it up by April.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's anticipating needing to go to town meeting for the funds on their side, which
Okay.
would be May for them, so.
Okay, well,
Yeah, so, but I'll talk to him more. I did check in with him this morning, he just said he hadn't
I'm sure
nailed
he's got
anything down.
a couple of things to do along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but it hasn't snowed yet, so it must be easy this year.
You just cursed us.
Yeah, but for the meeting suggested items, just going through annually on, kind of an annual timeline basis. The FY20 budget will be due. I think that we're on a sort of automated schedule at this point. The last few years of our license dictated that we were going to get a 3% increase from
Yes.
charter essentially until the end of the license, unless they asked for less or unless they asked for more. So
I should tell you that there was a little email exchange between Suzanne and Charter about this, where they seem to be a little confused, but I think she's got it all straightened out.
Yeah, I came in on that one late too.
Yeah.
I did poke in and ask her if there's anything, but she said that it was all straightened out by then.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, the license essentially dictates that we'll get 3% increase in our fund from
Right.
charter for the next couple, few years until
Right.
the license is out, unless the board of selectmen decided they wanted to change it
Change it.
either way. But if not, it's sort
But
of a
as
standard.
it stands right now, they don't need to be involved in voting or not voting for, so great.
Yeah, I think it makes it a little easier for us too because we can just plan on that 3%. And
Yes.
but
Okay.
either way, I think we're going to need that by the end of February, or maybe no, the end of March, I believe. We'll need the budget just
Right.
to submit, and then as far as capital, right now, I don't think we need anything. To
Right.
as far as a broken out capital project,
Right.
I'm not seeing anything. We did a lot of upgrades this year,
Okay.
except for the PA system in here. There's nothing really big that we need to do.
Okay. That's good.
So I anticipate a pretty easy budget.
Okay.
All right.
So I'll just add those to the agenda.
Okay. Great. That'll be great.
And these other things, the job reviews,
Yeah, so the town administrator asked that we update the job descriptions for the positions, and then we can do a job review based on those position descriptions.
Great.
So
Is there a formula that he wants? Does he want the whole committee to be involved in all of these? Does he want you to do the,
I think he wants me
Cable
to.
assistants,
I think he
we'll do
wants me to do
you.
the assistants,
Is
and
there-
then the committee to do mine.
okay.
I'm not sure how to go about doing the assistants one. I mean,
Well,
guess-
reviews are always an awkward
yeah.
thing. I mean, usually people are aware whether there's a problem through the year.
Right.
And the only thing it's just, you don't want to make it a list of, well, you did do this on this day.
Right.
I have mixed emotions about reviews.
Well, I think that he did take over the staff ones, but he said that the cable seemed like a special,
Right.
Yep. The way we're set up is different, so
Okay.
he thought it was more appropriate that you guys do the job review, at least this year.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, especially with the part-timers, it's not like they're here all day and you can have a sit-down with them, you'd have to schedule it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know.
I would assume that other department heads are doing their things, but I would assume that the administrator must be doing most of the department heads,
Right.
except for you.
Right.
So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking the
The
assistants.
recording assistants, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be doing staff across the.
Yeah. So I think for the assistants, I don't even think it's necessary to have it. Well, I don't know. Maybe just because you know,
Yeah, I mean, I
be done.
Well, you
All
can
via
do it-
email.
Do an official, have it on file.
yeah.
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 Exactly.
And I guess I'll just write it on the description. Just do like a check mark thing on the description.
Yeah.
Because if it's by the description, it's not really a numbers game or anything.
Right.
You know, like I'm not going to give them a 5 or a 4 for
Yeah, those.
coming here half hour early or whatever.
Should we do 0 to 5 or 0 to 10?
Yeah.
So.
I'll just do thumbs
Great.
up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
No.
there you go.
So,
Good.
and then the discard list, the town administrator did want me to start doing something about our upstairs storage area, which I have cleaned it. It was a little messy, so I'll own that. And I did kind of clean it up so that you could walk around up there a little more, although
Is
no
all
one
that
goes
stuff
up there.
inventoried up there?
It's inventoried. It's the stuff that's up there. I have the discard list essentially finished.
Yep.
Right now, I'm just trying to work out what we would do with certain things, because we have certain things that are operative, they work, they just won't work for us. Like some of the older iMacs and stuff,
Right.
they operate. If you turn them on, it'll work. I don't know what you can do with it, or
Yeah.
I suppose someone could take it and maybe refurbish it and have a, an email system, or a good email machine.
Surf the web.
Yeah, I get, so I don't know exactly what we're doing with that. I know I was going to work with the IT director on what we do with usable stuff that,
Yeah.
we can't quite use. Because I'm not going to be able to do anything on Final Cut Pro or anything on any of those machines.
Library doesn't want any,
Yeah, I'm not sure. So
not only,
it might just be a headache, but some of the not so old ones, someone could maybe refurbish and have a decent machine. Just don't do anything too crazy on it. But so I don't know if they're going to do like an auction or something like that we'll be
Yeah.
part of. But I'll figure that out with him. But
I've never been up there. Could you show me?
yeah, sure. Yeah,
beware.
it's a wonderland of.
Go on a sunny day. So, great.
So
All right. So that was other business, right? Right on.
yeah.
Next meeting, I'm going to be away for a week in February, and it's school vacation week. Does anybody know when that is?
Well, that's the week after this one,
All right.
I would assume. I would assume that,
I know. Yeah, I don't know if ours is the same as yours, but we have it. It's the week after that.
yeah, it should be the week after. I definitely won't be here.
And BVT must be the same vacation week.
I would just, yeah, that's why prices for flying anywhere
Yeah.
is outrageous, but it should, I would assume school vacation is 18 to 22, with the holiday being on the 18th.
All right. So I'm fine with February 11th.
Like I said, I won't be here, so it's fine by me.
Do you want to skip a month?
It'd be fine by me, because it's,
Right.
I
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can wait and see what the town administrator says about the resource. The only thing we're really waiting on is the resource room PA stuff. So if I get word on that, then maybe we could just have another meeting. Maybe me and him could sit down again or something like that to try and figure out where to go.
We've approved everything, so
That's
when
true.
when that's ready to go, they can just start as far as this committee's concerned.
That's true.
So you want to just move that to March 11th?
Yeah.
Okay. That okay with you?
Yeah.
Yeah, word to Bob.
What's that?
You can get word to Bob.
Okay. Yep.
All right. All right. With that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second. Oh,
I'll move.
You'll move in second. All right.
yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.